Hi, you guys. I hope you're all doing well. I am in such a good mood, and I'm just sending all of these good, happy vibes to all of you, to everyone watching. I hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. And I really, really mean this. I hope you are taking care of yourself. Thank you for joining me again. And today I wish to talk about my favorite topic, that is hormones. I keep on blabbering about this all the time on my other social media platforms because I truly believe, at least bare minimum, us as female, as a women, bodies holder and bearer, we should know how beautifully our hormones are syncing and balancing and growing and flowing and pumping and breathing and giving us energy, taking away the energy, making us feel emotional, making us feel excessively happy like I'm today. So there is some hormonal change that is going on inside of me, and it's actually going on every single day, every single minute, as a female body as compared to a male's body. Okay, so we have to know a male body is a testosterone dominant, a female body is estrogen dominant. That is something that makes us, but we also have to realize that we are not just different in the way we appear on the outside. We are biologically different from the inside. Something that will make your husband lose weight will not work the same for you, and you can vouch for that. Intermittent fasting may work great for a man, but it might not work for you as a female, because our bodies change so much. There are so many clinical trials. For example, the most common medication, metformin, a lot of those trials are not done with the female's body because it can come as a variable and denominator when it comes to the authenticity or the results that would come out. And it's like, can we really trust it, because that female body was changing? And the beauty is, you and I can be in the same menstruation phase, but I would feel entirely different and you would feel entirely different, even though the baseline mechanism of us menstruating would be the drop of hormones, and that can make you feel this, that can make you that. But we are not at the mercy of our hormones, and hormone is not our enemy. Okay, so just saying I'm hormonal, I'm PMSing, I'm craving this and craving that, see, sometimes it's okay, I understand. But now that I have been in sync with my cycle for such a long time, I can very proudly say that I don't think that's the truth. And there are so many things that have changed in my life personally more. So I would say 80% personal change, 20% change on the way we eat and move and stuff. So I really, really think that a lot of things have helped me be where I am today, where I'm sitting in front of you, I'm menstruating, and I just feel amazing. I just feel this high and rush, and I'm like, you know what? Every woman is supposed to feel this way, and I am going to bring that education in this platform. And maybe you can relate with me, because I have been at a place where I've spent days crying about menstruation, and I'm not trying this to gain sympathy. I am actually saying this so that you understand and you see where I'm coming from, and you see the kind of hope that I'm trying to instill inside of you, so that one day when you speak with your daughter and you speak with your girlfriend and you speak with your sister, you can tell them that, hey, I don't think this is normal and you should do something about it. A lot of times I understand that some cases are out of our hand and there is not much that we can do, but we can always make it better. And today I'm just going to share a few tips that has helped me get better. And my number one tip would be managing my emotional health. I am sorry, there's no battery. I'm sorry. I'm back again. Yeah. So the first thing has to be my personal and emotional health. Be it life, be it relationships, be it work, be it the way you think about life, the kind of shows that you watch, the kind of music that you listen to, the kind of people that you hang out with, it all matters. And if by any chance and case you think there is something, someone that drains you out, does not let you sleep at night, keeps you awake, makes you feel emotionally tired and exhausted, you know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to trust you to do the right thing. So managing your personal and emotional stress really, really helps. To quickly tell you the back science behind it, it's very simple. We have cortisol, we have estrogen, progesterone. You need progesterone, okay? You need progesterone to relax. It is actually the relaxation hormone. It works with GABA, and you need these beautiful neurotransmitters. Everything that you are feeling right now in this very moment, it's coming because from the hormones, because that is how the trillions of the cells in the body communicate. And if the communication is not correct, you're always going to feel pathetic. And no, there is no diet that is going to fix that for you. It has to begin from inside of you, and this is where you begin. Okay, follow the diets, follow your dietitian's advice, follow your doctor's advice, take your medicines, take your oral contraceptive pills. I'm not against anything until and unless I know that that person sitting in front of me is actually doing something to make their health and mind and soul and spirit better from inside. So if your body has the option to choose between, do I make cortisol, which is the stress hormone, or or do I make progesterone, which is the relaxation hormone, it will always go for cortisol, because that is what we have been, evolved to be. Protection and survival is our ultimate goal. There is no way my body wants me to be ovulating and menstruating and get ready for a gestation. That's probably not going to happen if I'm under stress and threat. So stress and threat can be, oh, I don't want to show up at my office. It's, my boss, he irritates the hell out of me. I don't want to be there. Oh, I don't wish to talk to my partner. I don't wish to go home. I don't wish to talk to my parents. I don't wish to talk to this and that. These are actually real stress. And if you're constantly living in this loop, it can actually just keep your cortisol peaking and peaking and peaking and peaking and peaking. And if your cortisol is always peaking, there is no way your hormones are going to be balanced, because the imbalance is created with the excess production of cortisol, which also tires your adrenal glands. That's the gland that is going to produce cortisol. So you always have to make sure that I am doing things to balance my hormones. If you are someone who has PCOD or a thyroid dysfunction condition, if you are someone who is going through postpartum and all of that stuff, you always have to know and think about, when did it actually begin? And it's not like, oh, I was stressed last night, so I'm going to get PCOD today. No. Stress is a very cumulative in nature. It accumulates in your body. And that's the beauty of this body you are sitting with, because your body is trying to protect you until it cannot protect you anymore, until there is only so much your body can take. It's like a dustbin. Okay, it's like a dustbin. There is only so much I can put inside of this. One day when this starts to overflow, it's going to come out. It's going to manifest itself in the form of symptom, in the form of hair fall, acne, emotional issues, gut issues, bloating, acidity, constipation. Do you think it is just coming from your gut? Absolutely not. It's also your hormones. And this is how it is related to your stress. So managing your personal and emotional stress and your work stress and finding that balance is so important. Speaking about my another point, that is finding activities that eases you. So when I know that I have taken 15 calls in a day, and by the end of the day, let's say it's 7:38, I am exhausted. And if I go to bed with that kind of attitude, I will wake up feeling exhausted. So I try to relax myself, okay? I try to watch a nice video, or listen to music, or just dance a little bit, or maybe talk to my parents, or just have conversation with someone that I love, and just, try to relax my body. Like literally, how relaxing is the word relax. So just relaxing my body and just letting it know that, hey, we are safe, we are okay. You can do the production of progesterone and estrogen. No more cortisol, we don't need it. And actually, believe me, if your cortisol is at its peak, or it's always rising, there is no way you are going to get a good night of sleep, because cortisol is something that is going to keep you awake and not asleep. So you need melatonin there, and that is again a hormone. So this is how beautifully the body works with the hormones. So finding things that eases you. So let's say you had a very, very tough day at work. Maybe come back home, give yourself a nice oil massage, or maybe soak your feet in warm water, add some Epsom salt, add some lavender oil, add some rose petals, and just soak your feet, put on a nice music, watch something, eat something healthy, eat something good, and just relax yourself. Okay, let bygones be bygones. Don't talk about your work. We can deal with whatever the thing that we have to deal with tomorrow, but now I'm just going to let my body know that, hey, it's okay, we are safe, we are relaxed. You can do the production of hormones, and you can put me to sleep, do the detoxification. So just communicating with your body and being in tune is going to help you a lot, which brings me to, what do you do when you wake up? So honestly, I believe a lot in sunshine. I believe in its energy. I believe in its healing power. I am not someone, so initially I used to be this girl who's like, oh, I don't want to get tanned, there's so much sun, and you put that dupatta when you are traveling with two-wheeler and stuff. So I used to be that girl, but not anymore. And I'm very sorry, but I don't use sunscreen, and it's just what I've become suddenly. I just don't find joy in those things. And when I don't find joy, like I always say in all of my videos, I leave. Okay, so even with sunscreen and stuff, I don't do it. But yes, exposing your body to sun, exposing your skin to sun as much as possible really, really helps. I think I should make another video on the benefits of sun and how it works in the body. But for now, just taking in some sunshine, taking in some moonlight, and being in tune with the moon really, really heals every cell of your body. So it's like, okay, I'll just show it to you. That's my hand, okay? That's my hand. I will just quickly make a dot. Can you see the dot? It's almost not there. Okay, that dot is one cell. one cell and trillions of these cells. I like to call him Ted. This is what we are made up of, and they react to sunshine, they react to moonshine, and you need these energy in your body that lets your body know that, hey, you are at ease, you are not fighting for life, relax, get back to normal, get back to your parasympathetic nervous system. So we are almost always in either PNS or SNS. Okay, so we have sympathetic nervous system and we have parasympathetic nervous system. It's very, very, very important that we are in rest and digest mode and not fight and flight mode. And fight and flight does not really has to be in the middle of jungle. Fight and flight can be right now when you are watching a TV show that is exhausting you, or when you are reading some social news or social media news, or you're reading about someone's death or murder or some bad news. That can also put your body in fight and flight mode. So you have to be very mindful of these things. Don't do things that exhaust you. My number 4 would be eating good quality fats. Now with fat we have monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, saturated, trans. I am absolutely not talking about trans fat. Fat also has, like, good fats and bad fats. I'm talking about good fats, so your omega-3 fatty acids would also come very handy in that front. Ghee, coconut oil, extra virgin cold pressed olive oil, given that you're not using it to cook food and maybe just like sauteing or as a dressing, that is when olive oil would be great. Please don't cook Indian meals with olive oil, it just doesn't make sense. Ghee would be great. I think ghee has a very balanced profile of omega-3s. So like your DHA, your ALA, your EPA, it's very much in balance. And I really, really think when it just comes to fat, you need fat, because guess what your hormones are made up of. So we need that. Enough movement. Okay, a lot of people I see, they just say that, oh, I'm going to, my chums are going to start and I just have this and I have that and I'm so busy and I'm at a desk job and I can't do this, I can't do that. Excuses, excuses, excuses. If you want to do something, you will make time and you will do it. Otherwise, we can find a billion reasons to not do something, but if you can find just one, and if that one can keep you driving and moving and thriving, that would be more than enough for your body. So that just getting in that blood circulation, blood flow, exercises, pranayama, getting in a lot of oxygen. I think I've also already talked about this, but just, alkalosis and acidosis of the blood, it changes the game and it changes the way hormones work inside the body. So keeping your body, certain parts are alkaline, certain parts are acidic. So just finding that right balance would be really, really, really helpful. Not going on crash diets, not going on oil-free diets, not doing fat-free, not going easy on fats, not doing, 1 teaspoon of oil in a day. It doesn't work. You need fat, especially as a woman. Don't ever do crash diets that doesn't let you eat something. Okay, so it's like, of course there are some cases where we ourselves put patients on things that they're not supposed to eat, even if it is something like ghee and coconut oil, but we always want to strike adequate amounts. And don't do something where you are eating salads 3 times in a day and someone is going to take away your carbs, someone is going to take away the fiber, they take away the fruits and stuff. Again, I have patients where I put them off fruits, but it's very calculated and it's for a reason. It's not for everyone. If you are pretty decently okayishly healthy, you should not do that kind of experiments on yourself, because it can really put your hormones for a whack, and once they are gone, it takes so much of time for us to balance it, and on top of it you are emotionally stressed, you are stressed about a workplace or something. So it just makes the process very tedious, and I am saying let's prevent it so that we don't even have to touch the cure. Let's just prevent you, let's just make you better right now. And this is the reason behind this video, just prevention, because prevention is better than cure. Okay, I know there is hormone replacement therapy and so many people do it, but why don't you go and speak to them and see what is the quality of their life once the hormone replacement therapy is done. Now this doesn't mean that the therapy doesn't work, but what if I can take care of myself when I'm 20 years old, 23 years old, and 20-30 years down the line when I do hit menopause, it would not come with hot flashes and just everything that the world tells me about. Maybe I will have the most healthiest menopause and I will not lose my muscle, I'll not gain weight and fat, because I took care of myself 20 years ago, and that's going to show up on my body and in the way I feel. When it comes to estrogen and everything, so many women who go through menopause, they have bloating issues, they are depressed, they are stressed, that I've been beautiful all my life, I've been slim and trim, and suddenly I'm gaining so much of weight and fat. I do have patients like that. That's that's how I can speak about it. And it's like, so much damage has been done. Your adrenals are exhausted, you are just fatigued, and there is like so little we can do right now, but still the body is forgiving and it heals. But this is for young ladies like me. I want you to prevent it before it happens. So say one day from a few days from now, a few years from now, you wish to have kids and you wish to be in a marriage and just have a beautiful extended family and stuff. You need your body, okay? You need your body, and you need the hormones, and this is where you begin. So not doing crash diets would be great. I know this comes off as something that I always speak about, but I definitely believe that gluten creates a lot of inflammation. So staying off from gluten. So I'm not saying don't do gluten. I'm saying do little gluten, okay? So maybe do it 2 to 3 times in a week if that serves you. If you are someone who loves their chapati, loves their sabzi, maybe don't overdo it, okay? Maybe just do it in limit and see if that serves you well. So weaning off from gluten is going to be like a no-brainer. We also have staying away from artificial sweeteners and refined carbs, processed sugar, junk food. I mean, like, I don't really have anything to add here. It's like it's just goes without saying, okay? Don't fall for brands and companies and drinks that say drink this and your PCOD would be cured. So first things first, what exactly are you curing? Because PCOD is not a disease or not a disease or a disorder. It's actually a syndrome. So like, polyfollicular ovarian syndrome, I have a video on this. So syndrome is basically a collection of symptoms. So a drink cannot actually facilitate and just erase and eradicate all your symptoms. So it's very holistic, it's very wholesome and lifestyle kind of an approach. So something that we should be looking into. I think that would cover it all. So your movement, your diet, your food, your emotions, finding things that gives you joy, staying in balance, reading about this, studying and doing your own research, just reading a few books that would help you on the same front, and just trying to be in tune with your body. Like, I know you don't wish to be a dietitian who would give you, where you have to give or devise a plan for someone, but just knowing yourself and being in connection with yourself would really, really help you. And as always, I would throw in my regular cocktail of yoga and meditation, because it really works, okay? I have done it, it works. If you do it with the right intention, it 100% works, and it serves you, it will serve you. Just in case you think that it doesn't work, find something else. I'm sure you will find something that will work for you. So yes, being aware about your hormones, knowing that your body is not your enemy. Everything that it is doing is to protect you, heal you. It loves you, she loves you, your hormones love you, and all you have to do is love it back by the tips that we have discussed right now. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, but if you begin here, you will see a lot of change. And I wish good health upon every person watching this video, and every person that you know, and every person that they know. So good health upon everyone, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care. I'll be seeing you soon.